that's me. Hello, and thank you for joining me here at Take Five with Vinay Five. Hey, that's me. In continuing to talk about Black women for Women's History Month, Jarena Lee is noted as the first African American female minister. We know that different religions have had different explanations as to keeping women quiet in the ministry. He was focused and determined to minister. She felt that she had been called and she wanted to answer that call. Take a look at this short clip and be inspired.
Today's feature presentation explores the life of the Reverend Jarena Lee. Jarena Lee was a 19th century African American woman who was the first known preacher in the AME Church. Even before the AME Church was formed in Philadelphia in 1816, she faced considerable opposition. In 1819, in an age when women were prohibited by social and religious customs from preaching, Jarena Lee was authorized to preach by Bishop Richard Allen, the founder of the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Born February 11, 1783, in Cape May, New Jersey, to free but poor parents, Jarena was sent several miles away from home to work as a live-in servant at the age of 7. She embraced Christianity, but saw herself as a wretched sinner. At times, she struggled with suicidal thoughts, but after months of constant prayer, she finally felt justified and was baptized. The call to preach the gospel would come next. Ms. Lee married Joseph Lee, a small-town pastor, in 1811. However, Mr. Lee died in 1818, leaving Jarena with 2 small children and battling her own ill health. She did not pursue her call to preach until married, but would later answer the call. In 1819, Ms. Lee attended a service where a man was preaching from the book of Jonah, but she perceived that he had lost the spirit, so she took over. She wrote, "I now sat down, scarcely knowing what I had done, being frightened. I imagined that for this indecorum, as I feared it might be called, I should be expelled from the church. But instead of this, Bishop Allen rose in the assembly and related that I had called upon him 8 years before, asking to be permitted to preach, and that he had put me off, but that now he as much believed that I was called to do that work as any of the preachers present." Even though Allen gave his blessings, Lee would face adversity, not only because she was Black, but also because she was a woman. Ms. Lee was permitted first to preach on the itinerary circuit and then to hold prayer meetings in her home, both considerable opportunities to be given to a 19th century woman of any race.
Thank you for joining me here at Take Five with Vinay Five. Be blessed.